What's good? And we alive, yo. What's up? What's up, y'all? What's up? What's up? Dale saying I really want to know podcast. Yeah, I'm back, y'all. Hey, listen. I guess this is what they would call back in the old days, man. Breaking news, man. Breaking news. It appears that Andrew Tate has been taken into custody in Romania on allegations of human trafficking and grape. You know, we can't say it's a word that rhymes with grape, starts with an R. We can't say that word. I was just on Black Man Unfiltered, and he got the conversation going, had a really good crowd, and no one wanted to stop. So I'm over here now, and we're going to continue this for about 50 minutes. We're going to continue until the top of the hour, and at 9 o'clock Eastern time, we're going to go over to What We Know podcast, and we're going to continue it there. So I'm only going to talk about this real quick. I know it's like, you know, normally I do thumbnails and stuff like that, but yeah, man, like Andrew Tate. So it's a lot going on right now. Brother Black Man is of the mind that, you know, Andrew Tate is a powerful man who is preaching masculinity and men be men. And like I said, even on this platform, I've done a lot of Andrew Tate stuff. And even on this platform, it's like, yo, I don't agree with everything he says. A lot of the moves that he makes don't make sense to me. But a lot of stuff he says, I do agree with. Brother Black Man's point in all this is he's gotten too powerful, and the matrix, as Andrew Tate calls it, the matrix, we're all living in the matrix, or the powers that be are after him. So what's going on? Andrew Tate is in Romania. He spends a lot of his time in Dubai. He lives in Romania. Originally, he spent his teenage years, and he kind of grew up in London, and he's originally from the United States, right? So that, and you know, you look at Andrew Tate, you know what I mean, you look at him, it's like, yo, he's African American. His father was a black man, was in the Air Force. Met his mom when they were in London. So so it is what it is. So that's quick background on him. He's a kickboxer, 4-time world champion kickboxer. But he made his millions. He made his first million when he got into the video girl business, cam business. So this is before OnlyFans. He got a bunch of women together. They all lived together in his home. He and his brother, they had their girlfriends, and they started a cam business, and they made millions of dollars. Not just for him and his brother, but they made millions of dollars for the women that work with him. And some of those women to this day are still millionaires. He had some problems with a false allegation in UK, and Tate was, you know, false allegation in UK, and Tate was, you know, he had to go through his court thing in the United Kingdom. It cost him about $450,000 to clear his name in a couple of years. When that was done, he moved to Romania. So, he's been in Romania ever since, and lately he's been going back and forth from Dubai, recently converted to Islam. You know what I mean? This is just the stuff, you know, just to give a quick synopsis of what's going on with Tate and his brother. He became the most Googled man on the planet. He's really big in the manosphere. They call it the red pill world, the manosphere, male self-improvement stuff. And, you know, people call what they do toxic masculinity and so on. There are a lot of guys who are not doing well in life who look up to the Andrew Tate types. You know what I mean? And so that's in a nutshell. That's who Andrew Tate is. I mean, there's so much more to it, but we'll just leave it there. That's in a nutshell. So apparently today he was taken into custody in Romania on allegations of grape and human trafficking. This is Brother Tarus, by the way. You know what I mean? This is my dog. Both of us were in the military. This is like one of my, YouTube road dogs. Brother Tarus came on the Black Man Unfiltered panel and dropped a couple grenades and a couple claymores and jumped out the window as it all exploded. And I was listening to what he had to say, and it's like, look. So anybody, listen, we have the link in the chat. All are welcome. I'm just going to ask you to cam up if you want to come up and talk about what's going on. If you don't want to cam up, at least show me your face in the background before I pull you up. I need to see your face.
Yeah, we need the red pill guys especially to show their faces.
Well, I mean,
I don't
and
want to
here's the
see. I don't
thing,
want to see a random anime photo in the background.
all right,
No, 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 no.
and here's the thing, bro. Like, and I know, like, you get passionate about this kind of stuff, but I ain't gonna lie to you, bro. A lot of stuff that you were saying on Black Man, it wasn't, it wasn't right there. So, you know, you like we keep it, me and you know, we keep it like 100. We're gonna have a talk. We're gonna have a talk about this right now. We're gonna talk about it, right?
At least you and I
So,
could seriously talk about it.
yeah, we're gonna talk about it. And I'm gonna let you go first, bro. So I'll put it all out there. You know, Andrew Tate was taken into custody. It's a 24-hour hold, right? He's just there for questioning. So he's not arrested according to most of the stuff that I'm seeing online right now. So 24-hour hold, right, for questioning. Reference this human trafficking and, you know, grape allegations. So go ahead, bro. Like you know what I mean? I want you to go ahead and get started. And like I said, man, it's just me and you talking right here. Don't worry about the chat. You know what I mean? Let's go on because, you know, you've been through that part of the world.
Yes, I was so for everybody who's watching, I was stationed in Germany for 5 years. Um, I'm a big road trip guy, as a big tourist guy, and unfortunately, I'm one of those guys who took, aka the passport bros. My assumption was those were the international travelers like me, like the guys who like driving around, going on road trips. Unfortunately, no. My wife is German. I got a whole bunch of German friends, European friends, especially Western Europe, all around the world. And you know what guys like Andrew Tate are called? Sex tourists. And we need to start calling out these passport bros and a lot of these red pill guys for what they are.
Now,
Sex tourists.
let me jump in there right now. Andrew Tate is far from a sex tourist, right? And because when you talk about the passport bros, that's exactly what they're doing. And when we're talking about passport bros, we're normally talking about lower economic dudes, lower to middle economic dudes, normally talking about black guys, right? Black guys who ain't never in their life traveled anywhere outside their city, outside their state, let alone the
Passport
country.
bros are white dudes too.
But I
They're
was
the
gonna
ones
say
who
that.
always talk about Southeast Asian countries and stuff like that.
I was just gonna say that. And those guys tend to be middle to upper middle class. And they like to go to Thailand. They like to go to the Philippines. You know what I mean? They like to do that sort of thing. They also they like Brazil. They like Colombia. They like Romania. They like Holland. You know what I mean? They like parts of Eastern Europe. They like
don't like
Russia.
Holland. They don't like Holland.
You know what I mean? I'm talking about the white dudes. You know what I mean? There's people to go
They
out there and
don't
do
like
that.
Holland.
You know what I mean?
I know for a fact they don't like the Netherlands. That's a Western European country. You know how liberal those women are in that country?
You know
It's
why? You know why I like those? I like those liberal women because they look at sex like men look at sex.
right,
I
but
mean,
red pill guys don't. Red pill guys don't
like,
like Western European
but
women.
I'm just saying we're starting out broad and then we're gonna get small to the red pill. So there are dudes if you out there trying to get on, you go to Holland, you're gonna get on. You know what I mean? Like Dutch women, you know, Holland women. You know what I mean? You the Vikings over there, like the Norwegianers, they get down, bro. They look at it like they'll high five you and smack you on your butt on the way out. You know what I mean? But those are dudes who had game. But to say that, right? But to say that Andrew Tate is a passport, bro, you couldn't be further. You couldn't be further from the truth. You know what I mean? When you talk about Andrew Tate,
I disagree because he absolutely markets himself in that area. So let me tell the audience again, or let me tell the audience just in case a lot of you guys aren't familiar with Europe and specifically why Western Europe and Eastern Europe is actually a split. We have to remember, I know you guys hate history lessons and facts, but the Berlin Wall, even though physically it came down, psychologically it still exists. If you look at some of these Eastern European countries, they only got their independence not even 30 years ago. A lot of these places are still influenced under the Red Army. A lot of these places are still trying to recover from being an independent bloc from the old Soviet Union. Unfortunately, even today in 2022, as reported over the past 5 years, human traffickers exploit domestic and foreign victims in Romania, and traffickers exploit victims of Romanian abroad. Romania remains a primary source country for sex trafficking and labor trafficking victims in Europe. The vast majority of identified victims, 77% in 2021, are sex trafficking victims from Romania. Folks, let me tell you, I see these kind of losers all the time when I was stationed in Europe and moving with my wife and moving with my boys. These kind of losers literally prey on vulnerable women in poor economic countries like Poland, Slovakia, Hungary, Romania, Serbia, all these little second world developing countries who are looking at any foreign guy with the get me the fuck up out of here eyes. They either move them to England or some Western European country where they yank their passports and make them do some sexual shit for money on camps. This is one of the reasons why Andrew Tate is constantly being looked at. Not even in the most corrupted states like Romania, they looking for guys like him.
So I would ask you the question, Brother Taru. If the hold comes off and nothing happens with this, where do you stand?
Are you still the same thing I always do?
No. I'm saying, are you going to paint? Are you going to use a paintbrush to paint olive red pill by what Andrew Tate has done or has not done?
Yeah, because I painted the pill before then. He's toxic. Andrew Tate right now is one of the face of the red pill communities. That's an undeniable fact.
So how is he toxic?
He thinks women are property. He thinks women who get beat by their mans deserve it. You don't think that's toxic?
Well, remember, here's the thing. He never said, he said like this. He said, well, you know, as a man, you have to put your life on the line for the woman in your life. Okay, so to some degree, you have a degree of authority. As he pointed out when he was on Just Pearly Things, he said, if I tell my girl not to go out at 2 o'clock in the morning in the most dangerous portion of town, and she decides to go, I can't stop her. She has the authority to do that, but she's no longer under my protection at that point. About the beating part, I don't know anything about that, but I do know that
since then he has gained further notoriety for a string of comments about women, including suggesting that they bear some responsibility if they are assaulted. Well, does that sound like anything you just said? You see what I mean? This is what I'm saying, bro. Does that sound like anything?
Hold on. And we want to keep this civil so we can get the information out over here. You know what I mean? That's what we really want to do. And Brother Taru.
And in order to keep this civil, I need people to start working with facts, not feelings. I might argue with emotion and passion, but I'm using facts, and all you guys keep using speculation and this broad ass narrative. I just give you the statistics of Eastern Europe, specifically Romania, and clowns like Andrew Tate who
Brother Taru, I'm not disputing your statistics. What I'm saying,
no one here is disputing those numbers. No.
Then why are you defending guys like Andrew Tate? Pull out the sex charge. Pull that out. Why are you defending him?
No, I'm not defending him. What I'm saying to you is
nobody is defending him, bro.
Then what are we having the stream for?
Brother Taru, give it a second. Give it a second, Brother Taru. What I'm saying to you is simply this. Until you get the outcome, you don't really want to make a judgment on people without getting an outcome as to what determination it is if it's a 24-hour hold. If they decide to let the hold go, then what happens is that you've made an allegation, a false allegation against somebody in actuality. Now, the thing about it is this, is that no one's defending what Andrew or Andrew does. Andrew can defend himself. There's no need for that. There's no need for that. The question I would have to you is simply this: if you told your wife not to go out at 2 o'clock in the morning in the most dangerous city in which you live, most dangerous portion of your city, and she decided to go anyway, could you stop her? Would you hold her down literally and stop her from going? And if the answer is no, then you understand what Andrew said.
So what part of that is suggesting that they bear some responsibility if they're assaulted?
If you walk out at 2 o'clock in the morning,
I'll take that one.
We're talking about
hold on. Let me jump in on that one. Right. All he's saying is this, and he said this before. He said this plenty of times on various platforms. Right. And he used the analogy: if I'm walking down the street at 3 a.m. holding $1 million in plain sight, I'm just walking in the worst area with $1 million. Right. The laws protect me. I can do that. There's nothing wrong with that, right? You can do that if you want to. But if I'm in the worst area where people are hungry, they starving, I got $1 million cash and you can see it, and someone comes up and knocks me over the head and takes the $1 million, when the police come, they're going to come, and when they investigate the crime, aren't they going to ask me, why were you here with $1 million? Don't you bear some responsibility for making this decision?
You do, which is what's crazy, because if he would have actually listened to his own advice as you guys describe it, he wouldn't be in a holding cell right now.
Well, wait a minute.
Because you know what he did?
You remember?
He was under. No. You want to know why? Because just like you guys said, it's about preventive measures, right?
Yeah,
You're being looking for the authorities. Why are you hopping on Twitter with fucking evidence so that cops can find where you at?
What evidence? You are saying
they located him with the Romania pizza box. That's how they found him, JT.
Listen. What I'm saying is this: was he running from them?
Bro, they ran up on him. They raided
I know.
him.
I'm saying, but because you're saying it like he was doing a crime and he got caught doing the crime. What I'm asking
they were
you,
looking for him for alleged crime.
So if they were looking for him and he knew that they were looking for him, that makes him a fugitive, correct? Was he a fugitive? Did he do anything wrong? I'm trying to understand.
Hold, wait, stop. Everybody stop. Hold. Yeah, exactly. Everybody stop. Here's the deal. If the Romanian authorities wanted Andrew Tate or his brother, they knew where he was, right? He was in Dubai. And what brother JT is saying, if he know they after him, if I know them boys looking for me, right? If there's a warrant or the police want to see me in Cincinnati, I'm not going to Cincinnati. Why would I go to Cincinnati? What you're talking about, Brother Tarus, is and I've seen this narrative in so far 2 articles. This says because he was going back and forth with this 19-year-old and he had pizza and the pizza logo was from a local Romanian pizzeria. They saw that logo and they knew he was in Romania and they were able to take him into custody, right? We really don't know what happened and we don't even know if that's true. That's speculation. When you read the article, it says it. It says like, oh, this is what the news is saying. This is what other people are reporting, but it's all alleged. It's all alleged.
So the question is,
wait, hold on. So this video of him being arrested by Romanian police, this didn't happen.
Is he guilty until proven innocent?
Sure he is. Or I don't know.
Maybe in Romania. I don't know their laws in Romania. Maybe.
I don't know.
So DL, did you see the video where he was just escorted in the car and he got in the car by himself? He got into the police vehicle by himself,
like
no handcuffs on.
With the FTX, like they
hold on. That was the first one. That was the first one. That was the first time.
So that wasn't a new one.
Right here, right now is a picture of him in handcuffs, right, flanked by law enforcement from Romania. And you can see his brother in the background, right? They are two of 4 suspects. They're wanted for questioning,
right? 4
in these allegations, and it's 4 total, and it's a 24-hour hold, right?
Hey,
so it's a 24-hour hold.
When the spokesperson says for Tate, the spokesman for Tate, this is how you know it's bad. We cannot provide any details at the moment regarding alleged reports that have been detained. However, Andrew,
they don't have any. They don't have any details
for Romanian authorities, bro. If you know real lawyers who think they do this innocent is
bro. And brother Tarus, this is where you lose me. This right here is where you lose me. This part right here is where you lose me, because you're like I'm looking at these articles. Mind you, I'm not reading from BBC. I'm not reading from Al Jazeera. I'm not reading from the New York Times or Washington Post.
But don't you think you should be reading from European websites?
No, but they're citing stuff. But again, I'm not reading from anything that I trust anyway. But I'm reading an article, right? Mm-hmm. And all I'm seeing is 4 men have been held for questioning. That's and it's a 24-hour hold. But all the other stuff, well, he was talking to this Greta chick and he ordered pizza and this is how they come. All that's just to get eyes on the article. All that was alleged. What do we know? We know he's on a 24-hour hold. Go ahead, Brother Hayoka.
Okay. The other problem is simply this: is to conflate what Andrew does with the red pill. He might espouse red pill thought, mind you. I have no qualms with that. But are you going to paint everybody with that?
Yes, because the red pill does it with women. So guess what? Fair play, bro. I fight fire with fire. You're gonna blame red pill like blaming women for all their problems?
Well, that's the emotional response that they give.
Here we go. Hey, no, bro. Hey, if you don't want an emotional response, then the red pill should learn not to use emotions when they whine about women.
But Brother Tarus, hold on, brother Tarus. I'm part of the red pill community.
All's fair in love and war, right?
But it is. But here's the thing,
though. Not among men, brother Tarus. Brother Tarus.
Whoa. Men be snitching on each other the most. Let's stop acting like there's some sort of bro code out here. A lot of y'all dudes don't practice bro code anymore. A lot of y'all dudes don't even know what code is. Let's be very clear.
First and foremost, I'm too old for a bro code.
You know what I mean?
I'm too fucking old for a bro code. I ain't never did bros before hoes and all that crazy ass shit. That shit is after me.
Dudes going behind your boy's back, trying to snitch, trying to tell his girl that you got a crush on, so you got to hope to get with her, bro. That's the kind of dude we got.
Listen,
bro.
I don't.
Fellas,
can I get a little bit, bro? Can I get a little bit?
I'm gonna let you cook right now, but all I'm saying is this. Every time we go off topic, you're talking about bro code, bro. Come from Cincinnati, ain't no such thing as bro code, man. It's player versus player. That's how I came up in the natty. I already knew them niggas. I know how these niggas are working. Only people I trust is my people I was born with, bro. If you wasn't in the sandbox with me, I ain't even trust you. And if you got into the sandbox late in life, I had one eye on you. But go ahead, I'm gonna let brother JT cook for a second, bro. Bro code
Something tells me neither DL, Heyoka, and I want all the viewers to hear this. Something tells me neither DL, Heyoka, or JT knows anybody who's been running a cam business in Romania and got caught up in human trafficking. Something tells me they don't know anybody like that in real life.
I just know one guy.
I understand.
I just know one guy that I know.
No, I understand what he's saying. First and foremost, you got to understand, I come from Detroit, homie. So we have a big problem with international trafficking and smuggling. Both. We got a problem with both of them. So I do know. I know how it affects other families. So what we're talking about, though, is that you're saying that we are we're out here trying to defend this guy. No, you are the one that keeps making all allegations that you don't even know is true. This is what we're attacking. We're not telling you that we don't have to. We don't have to. Remember, you on here, I don't know how old my man is, but I know me and DL, we ain't in that. When we look at the red pill, we already explained this to you before. It's in alignment with a lot of things that we already came off. We didn't have that red pill thing or whatever.
I'm starting to wonder if you guys have the same limited understanding of the red pill as I do, because it seems like nothing has done.
No, listen, because you have a big problem with red pill as if they're like feminists, bro. They're not the opposite of feminists. Whoa. And it's a bigger world, and we explained this to you earlier. It's a bigger world than you think. You got guys that's in here that is not in alignment.
We hopping on platforms talking about he's the most Googled man in America, and then we want to talk about his
bro. Those are facts.
Okay, so two things could be true, right? This man has a massive influence on a lot of red pill fucking losers who are becoming a problem in the dating scene.
So does LeBron James, bro. So does Michael Jordan, bro.
Right, I was just about to say that. What does that have?
Where was LeBron and Michael ever caught up in human trafficking charges? This is what the topic is, right?
No.
The topic is not what you are accusing him of that. We are saying, and it has questions. It has questions about it. You're the one that's accusing, and that's what we having a problem. That's what you missing us with. You are doing all the accusing. You got the biggest problem with him, and we're just trying to figure out what your problem actually is.
That's all right, ladies and gentlemen. We're going to be here all night because I am tired of these fucking... We seem like we got some red pill simping for red pill community. I'm done with that shit. I guarantee you, by the time we done tonight, ain't none of you red pill clowns are going to be red pill anymore, because right now, none of you red pill viewers can qualify to date my daughters. A lot of y'all are losers. But that's all right. I'm here to get y'all to A-type personalities.
Wait a minute. First and foremost, you caught up.
Let's go. If you listen to the Fresh listen to Fresh and Fit, if you listen to fucking Andrew Tate, if you watching Tucker Carlson, if you looking at Jordan Peterson, you are a fucking beta male, and I stand on that. Let's go.
Okay, so you stand on it just because a person want to listen to somebody? Just because they want to listen to somebody, you gonna call them out of their name? Okay, so it's all fair game once people start going at you.
Hop. It's been fair girl since I hopped on here, bro. Like,
it ain't. Let me tell you something, bro. I ain't got to deal with all of that because I don't go through it. Oh no, evidently you do because you're the one that got the problem. You're the one that got the problem. We're the ones that just trying to find information. You're the one that's coming out here like you some goddamn feminist that's about to go against Andre, Andrew Tate. You're the one that's out here doing this. You messing around with a couple of 50-year-olds that's older than even him that's telling you we don't fall in alignment with a lot of that shit, but it's a lot of shit that we would. You are the one arguing with us like we the one. You came on, you was just on Black Man, and you was just on there talking about that we out here trying to defend him. Well, at the end of the day, we're trying to tell you, no, we're just trying to find a balance. You're the one that's coming with all the accusations of a man that don't even know that your ass even exists.
A balance in what? Dealing with Andrew Tate.
Ain't nobody dealing with him. The story came out, we talked about it.
What the
because you are the one that's making accusations. You are the one. We're speaking to your points. We're speaking to your points.
This stream was about Andrew. DL, what is the stream? Are we making a general thing or is this about Andrew Tate?
No, what?
Please let me know if I got this wrong.
Here's the thing. Every time y'all take us off mission, it's like, well, where are we gonna go? This is great content. By the way, thanks to everybody who is here. Hey, if you guys be so kind as to leave a brother a like, I would truly appreciate it. We're trying to get our likes up over here. We're almost monetized. I see my day ones in here. I see Brother Smeebles in here. KS, I see everybody. Cody is King. Thank y'all so much, man. Purple Pills done showed up.
JT everybody's in here. So light skin energy tonight.
So yeah, we got Beige Rage on the way. Now Beige Rage is on the way. Now, and here's the thing, y'all.
That's all.
And let me say this real quick because we got like 33 minutes and then we're gonna all go over to JT's page and we're gonna continue the conversation over there. Bro. Yeah, because we're gonna just keep doing it. But here's the thing, guys. This is what I want to push more than anything else out here. And this is like this is me shooting at Brother Tarus. Don't tell me what I can and cannot watch. And hearing that from somebody who especially served, bro. I don't want anything close to censorship. You know what I mean? I don't want anything close to that. Like that. Because you said anyone who watches Tucker, anyone who watches Fresh and Fit, anyone, first of all, because you know I'm cool with them dudes. Not only do I watch Fresh and Fit,
you made it sound like I said it should be illegal.
But it sounded close. That's my point.
Why would I make that illegal?
But again, I'm glad you clarified.
I could get banned right now for how I'm acting.
I'm so glad you clarified that. But when you go back and watch the replay, it sounded close. Right, that's why I'm glad you're clarifying that. And y'all, this is why I rock with Tarus. I see everybody saying what they're saying in the chat, but I rock with this man because he ain't afraid to say what he got to say. Now,
yeah, and I'll hop on ball can just like you two. I could show my face. Unlike a lot of you red pill guys, y'all scared.
No, that's real talk. I get on dudes all the time about that as well. Yeah. You know what I mean? Sister Candace in the house. What's good, y'all? So here's the thing: we're talking about Andrew Tate and his brother being taken into custody on a 24-hour hold. It's a 24-hour hold. Now, I don't understand the laws and how things work in Romania. I don't. But I do know this. If they had enough evidence on these guys, i.e. they got young women that they know have been trafficked, they got this evidence, they got this, they got that, they ain't letting nobody go in 24 hours, bro. Right? It'd be a whole nother conversation.
Because they got a similar law in Italy too.
We don't. But I wanted to put that point out there, and then I want to bring it back to what Brother Hayoka asked you, and I want to give you an opportunity to answer the question for real. If in 24 hours the Tate brothers are smoking cigars and eating pizza in Dubai, and if 48 hours after that the Romanian authorities comes out and says we asked them the questions, they answered satisfactory. They're not whatever. Will you at that point come on this platform and be like, yo, I was wrong?
Yes, I will come on this platform and admit I was wrong, just like I did when I admitted I was wrong about what's his face? Bald little 5'3" guy. What's his face? Tory Lanez. I came on platform, either BM or somebody's or in 5100, and I came and said I was wrong about Andrew Tate. So guess what, guys? I don't have a problem being wrong because I'd rather be correct information than right or wrong about anything. You think I want to be right about somebody human trafficking somebody? That's disgusting.
But the question is, but my other question would simply be this: that even if you do come on, let's say that this does take place. Okay, you've conflated red pill with Andrew Tate.
Yes.
So what happens is that those are two separate issues.
How? Red pill doesn't separate themselves.
Yes, they do.
No, they don't. I'm sorry, bro. I've been going down these rabbit holes like y'all been telling me to. And red pill community absolutely look at Andrew Tate like a leader. I'm not gonna let y'all separate that.
No. I didn't say that he didn't espouse. I didn't say that he didn't espouse red pill thought. What I'm asking you is simply this: is that because you conflate the two, okay? If they come out and they find out, and you say, "Well, listen, I apologize." Okay, what does that do to your position of red pill? In the sense of saying that, are you still against it at that point?
Okay, so once again, before the charges, Andrew Tate was already toxic, and I was already against him, and you knew I was already against him.
So that doesn't change.
Right here, okay, yeah, that doesn't change. This right
so
here is specific to him and makes him shit. So I would apologize for accusing him of human trafficking.
But you would not. But then again, so here's the thing. So it doesn't matter whether you conflate Andrew Tate with red pill or not. You would still be against red pill. That's what you're saying.
Well, yeah. If a terrorist keeps speaking jihad, I'm going to compare him to a terrorist. That's how it typically works, right?
So
you cannot say he's not red pill.
If that's the case, brother Taru. But Hayoka, if you said
Hayoka, please. You said that he spouses red pill ideas. How does that not make him red pill? That's like saying somebody's not a MAGA hatter, even though they say all MAGA hatter kind of thing.
I'll answer your question. What I'm saying to you is simply this, is that you bound Andrew Tate to red pill on the one hand, but at the same token, you want the leeway to say that irrespective of Andrew Tate, you don't bound red pill to Andrew Tate. You can't. You have two dichotomies. You have a dichotomy. No, I'm saying to you, you said that regardless of whether you apologize or not, you were still against red pill, right? Yes. Am I correct? Okay, but at the same point, so that's a separate issue, right? That would be a separate issue, right? Correct? Let's use the logic now.
All right. No, I'm trying to follow your logic. So let's use your logic and say yes, it's a completely separate issue. Yes.
Of course it would be. Because regardless of whether Andrew is innocent or guilty, you would still be against red pill. So that being said,
so let me get this straight. So since I'm going to use this hypothetical of if he's found innocent, well, guess what, Hayoka? What if not only is he found guilty of these charges, but he was using the money he was grifting from the red pill community, from Pearly Things and all these other podcasts to fund said human trafficking thing? Would you come on here and actually show your face and apologize?
Where did you get?
Listen, your problem at that point would be simply this: is that at no point do you change your position. Your position will not have changed regardless whether you apologize or not.
Okay.
All right, and let's tear it away. I'll let you finish this. I'll let you finish this point, and then we're gonna get back on mission. But go ahead, brother Trues, and after you're done, we're gonna get back on mission.
We need to clear this up. So before the charges, let me repeat. Before the charges, I already associated Andrew Tate with the red pill community because the red pill community associates themselves with Andrew Tate. That's where he makes the bulk of his money from. A bulk of his grifting. That's where the podcast money that he makes comes from, red pill type content. So with these charges, if he's found not liable or not guilty or innocent from human trafficking charges, then I will apologize for calling him a human trafficker because that is a crime. Him being part of the red pill ideology is not a crime. It is simply a thought process, an ideology. So even if that's like saying Donald Trump is found guilty, so he's not a fucking douchebag, or found innocent, so he's not a douchebag. Just because Andrew Tate might be found guilty, might be found innocent of human trafficking, doesn't make it that he's not a fucking toxic aspect of the red pill community. He was before, and he will be afterwards.
Hey, bro, I got to go ahead and set up.
You got to set up. All right, we'll be over there in 15 mics, bro.
Yes, sir. All right.
Peace. So listen, and everybody, we're gonna go to What We Know podcast when we finish here in 15 minutes, and we're gonna continue the conversation. This is how we roll. We're trying to support each other and let everybody get a little taste of this because this is great. This is great content for YouTube, and this is a great way to see different viewpoints, y'all. Here's the thing, right? Andrew Tate, and guys like Andrew Tate, like we're talking about the red pill, right? Rich Cooper is not Andrew Tate. You know what I mean? Rollo Tomasi is not Andrew Tate. You know what I mean? Donovan Sharp, Myron Gaines, Fresh Prince CEO. You know what I mean? Not just Pearly Things. Melanie King. The list goes on and on and on. All these people, right, are aligned with the red pill community. The roommates. You know what I mean? Hafiz. You know what I mean? Valuetainment. Patrick Bet-David. Adam Sosnick. You know what I mean? Jebediah. All these people are not Andrew Tate, but they all subscribe to the same message.
Right. So that means if I have in Hayoka's hypothetical world, I would not have to apologize to Myron for being alleged of human trafficking, correct?
No, but he's been alleged of other things. But no, my thing is this. You're saying that everyone in the red pill is Andrew Tate. It's like at the end of that Malcolm X movie. I am Malcolm X. Remember that shit?
They espouse the same ideology.
Yes,
and
but
you guys just finished saying that. Y'all just finished saying the same thing. Just because Andrew Tate might be a scummy scumbag dude, that doesn't mean you guys are. Just because you might believe in red pill ideology doesn't mean you're going to be out here committing suicide. Or Hayoka, like you explained to me the last remember you talked to me about what is it, red pill rage or whatever it was?
Yes.
Yeah. Just because you might be in that ideology doesn't mean you're going to do that on the fucking date. It doesn't mean you're going to commit murder suicide just because a girl didn't accept your advances. I'm simply saying that's part of the same toxic ideology that leads up to the Andrew Tates. Because the people in the red pill community listen to guys like Andrew Tate, who happens to be a scumlord on top of that. Did I ever say Myron was a scumlord? No. Did I ever say Melanie King was a scumlord? No. Did I ever say Pearly was a scumlord? No.
Then you would have to limit it to that person and not the group.
Because I didn't say red pill community human trafficking. I said Andrew Tate did, Hayoka.
So no, but you also said that everyone that all of that whole red pill community. You're saying it like
it's toxic. The whole red pill community is toxic, and I agree with that. That doesn't make it illegal. That doesn't make it wrong. I just think it's toxic.
So the question is, when you say toxic in what way?
Well, hold on. Before you answer
that is giving young men the wrong impression of how to get women and how to stay in a committed relationship.
Okay, that's cool. We heard that. And let me ask you this, brother. Hayoka's phone keep acting up. He got that cricket phone he using today, man. Come on,
ooh,
the
Hayoka. Cricket mobile. Ooh,
you know what I mean? You know, but here's the thing, bro. Mobile. So let me ask you this: are there any toxic feminism going on?
Hell yeah! What are you talking about? Hell yeah!
There are? Okay.
So fucking what's some dumbass bags that cost like $14K? The purses.
Oh, Hermes bags, they start around 10. Birkins start around 30,000 to go up.
The women out here who honestly think they can have their top tier job and they men still gotta pay for everything. That's toxic feminism, bro. I hate them fucking hoes, dog. What are you talking about?
So when women are out there trying to tell, like Brittany, would Brittany Renner be the equivalent to an Andrew Tate, but on the feminine side?
Maybe. I don't know about that much about Brittany. I know she's she's proud about being like out there, right?
She's not just proud about being out there. Like city girls, like, you know, all these women are telling these young girls. She's like that world. All these women, not all these women. There's a small segment of women who are telling these young women to go out there and be non-traditional, to go out there and smash as many dudes as they can, to run people's pockets. Hell, Cardi B bragged about robbing dudes.
And I was on your platform before saying that she should be arrested because any one of us would have been arrested for that.
Now, should all those women in that genre be arrested, or should all those women in that genre be condemned because of a few bad apples is what I'm asking you, bro.
Well, you know, the really funny part,
That's a two-part question.
Brother Taru,
First off, no, they should not be committed with charges. Two, they are condemned by the red community. No, and they are condemned by people like me. So,
no, but Brother Taru, you know what was so neat about your statement, though? You said if one of us had did the same thing, we would have been arrested. Now that automatically means that the laws are not in our favor. So you know what I mean? The way that it would be metered out. You yourself recognize that, but nevertheless, you would also say, "Well, I don't want to." You would also say, at the same token, that you know the laws aren't in your favor on multiple occasions, both in the
some occasions.
Well, here's the thing: should they be against you at all? And if I tell you that they're against you, as you yourself have pointed out, am I wrong for doing so? And that's what Red Pill is about. Giving you the knowledge of how to navigate in this world today as a man.
And what you do with that knowledge is up to you.
Let's use that example
real quick, fellas. Real quick. We are done in 8 minutes. We're done in 8 minutes, and we're going to go over this, Brother JT, in 8 minutes. But go ahead, Sarus.
So the reason why, and Hayoka, once again, bro, you guys, I love you guys. The reason why your example is never going to work, Hayoka, is because even in that same law, a dude wrote that law, and it was passed by majority of men. And for example, the cop that, guess what, when he pulled that woman over because she was speeding down the highway and she shows a little bit of cleavage and got out of that ticket, that was the dude who couldn't control his sexual urges, so he let that woman get off. That dude who was simping over that woman, who probably tried to arrest some boyfriend on an alleged fucking false allegation because he really liked that woman, that was the dude who used his authority to try to simp for that woman. All the laws you're talking about was written and passed by who?
Exactly.
I rest my case.
That's not necessarily
it depends on when it went through the House and when it went through the Senate. It depends on when it went through, bro.
So the laws that we're talking about today, when were they passed?
So are you saying that women didn't have a say in crafting those laws?
I'm saying that if all the crime that men do, they need to aim it at the guys passing the laws, which is other men.
So women have.
Wait, stop. I see what you're doing, bro. And this is why people, it's like, bro, what you're doing doesn't, no, man. You're saying, well,
I told
you, no. You sound, no, let me finish. You sound like, right now, it's all the patriarchy. You ain't saying it, but that's what you're alluding to. The laws are made by men, enforced by men.
That we have control in this country. Like
women have control.
The
most protected person in the West are women, bro. And nobody's gonna talk about that.
I'm gonna tell you guys the same thing I tell these white supremacists when I argue with them on they trash ass panels. If you guys were if the laws were so against you, if all the races were so against you, young white males, then why are the old white men who are in control of everything trying to replace you as fast as possible? Well, men, if all the laws are against you, why is it that there's people with swinging dicks trying to fuck us over all the time?
Hey, last call for insight. Thank you so much, bro. This is for you, man. I saw that $50 cash out, man. Support that. That's for you, brother. Thank you so much. I just gotta show love. Thanks to everyone else who's in the chat, checking us out, supporting us. We're not going to be able to finish this in the next 5 minutes. We're just not. You know what I mean? We're just not. But we're gonna jump over to What We Know podcast. What We Know podcast, y'all. We're gonna go over there. We're gonna continue this conversation. At least try to, because JT, it's a little more barbaric over there. It's a little more barbaric over there. You know what I mean? But here's the thing. Here's the thing, bro. And this is why I believe. And we're gonna do some quick final thoughts, and I'm gonna start. This is what I believe when it comes to the red pill. The red pill message is absolutely needed in this country, irregardless of who made the rules, irregardless of who run the country, the 1%, mostly guys, irregardless of all that shit. At the end of the day, right, what this third wave feminism is, it's all about superiority for women, right? My body, my choice. Your body, Mr. Man, you have no choice. You know what I mean? You as a man, you help create this child, but the court system is going to keep you away from that child. And they're going to charge you for not being in that child's life. And they're going to call you a deadbeat. And it's like, well, then ladies are like, well, it's just what the laws is. No, right? I get it. It's messed up. The red pill, all it does, from Rollo Tomasi to Rich Cooper to Andrew Tate to Fresh and Fit and to all the rest, all it does is say, hey, man, this is how it works. If you want to go out here and you want to knock up some chick, and then she runs you through the family law thing and you got to pay child support, that's your fault. This is how it works. Over here in the red pill, there are a lot of dudes who sit there, the black pillars, they sit out there and they hate all women and they hate the dudes who get women. They just hate because they're fat, right? They don't have any money. They're unheard and unseen. I get that anger. I'm heard. I got chicks. You know what I mean? So the red pill message is needed. Do I agree with all of the content creators in the red pill? No. You know what I mean? We're talking about Andrew Tate. Do I agree with Andrew Tate? No, not all the time. Do I think Andrew Tate has been arrested and charged for human trafficking tonight? Absolutely not. I'm pretty sure he'll be out tomorrow, if not sooner. Right? And I'm pretty sure whatever's going on, we'll find out more. No, we'll find out more. And guess what? And if he is guilty,
let's hope. Like you agree, right? Nobody wants this to be true. You know what I mean?
Let's hope. And if it does come out that he's involved in some sort of human trafficking scheme, then yeah, he's the scum of the earth. And what should happen to him is what he said should happen to people who are grapists. His words, those men should be executed. Andrew Tate's words. If you take advantage of a woman, if you physically take a woman, if you grape her, you should be executed. Yep. Andrew Tate said that. You know what I mean? Is the red pill necessary? Absolutely. Because mainstream America, the blue pill world, the Matrix, they want you to simply pump up women, and it's fine. If you're a guy, you're going to get wrecked. You are being used for your energy and whatnot. You need to understand the game so you don't get wrecked. That's all it is. At least that's what I subscribe to.
I really hate that YouTube became such a nanny state that we can't just use the words bluntly so people don't have to guess. You know what I mean? Like, I really hate how YouTube makes it.
And you know what? The red pill hates that shit too. We hate having to say self-deletion and grape and all these other things we got to come up with to be creative. Otherwise, they will stifle our voice. They will shut us down. But again, I'm glad you agree with some red pill stuff. Brother Hayoka, what are your final thoughts? You got a minute, and then we're gonna finish with Brother Tyrus.
I think that red pill is necessary because other than that, all we have is a gynocentric situation where everything is oriented towards women, and it's not. And I'm not saying that women shouldn't have say in the way things go, but just like with the votes, men are subject to the draft and women are not subject to the draft, but we both get a vote, which is unfair. And because of these things, you need to know as a man that as you pointed out, Theo, that these are the things that young men are going to face. If you don't know them, then what happens is you fall victim to the system, just like for the last 50, 60 years or more, because the system's already in place. We've had Sally Jesse Raphael and so many other women shows and things in order to put us in the mindset of we need to take care of women. There's no doubt about that. But by the same token, no, we were also made so that we did not think about ourselves as well. And this is why the red pill is necessary. So we have a central point of view of looking after ourselves.
That's what's up. And Brother Tarus, I give you the last word. And we're gonna wrap it up after this. Everyone in the chat, thank you so much. Miss Globe Girl, there was no difference between the high-end bags and Rolexes and all that. I agree. There's no difference between women getting high expensive stuff and paying for it on their own and men doing the same thing. I agree with you 100%. I saw that and I wanted to mention it, but we've run out of time. Brother Tarus is going to finish with his final thoughts. And bro, this is what I want to do, bro. Tomorrow, can we get together and do an episode? And I'm just going to take you to my red pill world. Can we do that? I'm just going to bring up some stuff, take a couple hours. We're going to actually listen to some broadcasts, listen to some messages.
Only if you can guarantee that Cody, Marcus, and Hayoka are going to be in there bringing me heat too, bro.
I bet you they will, man. So I'll hit you up and we'll talk about that. Thank y'all so much for being with us, man. Brother Tyrus, you get the last word. What are your final thoughts, bro?
Gentlemen, I know I gave a lot of light skin energy, and I'm going to continue giving some tonight when we move over to JT's podcast. But I want to let you guys know I'm this tough on you guys because I care. You see, I don't bring up my daughters as some sort of, oh, let me feel good. Oh, I'm so scared as a father. No, I bring it up because I walk around these malls. I walk around shopping with my daughters, and there's women everywhere. And all you dudes are at the fucking crib bitching and complaining instead of going outside and talking to all these single women who are at the mall by themselves. And when you listen to Andrew Tate, guess what? You're going to end up by yourself. You see, guys, I understand that the red pill community is necessary. I've said it before, but I firmly agree and I stand 10 toes down on this. The red pill community might be needed, but you men are getting the wrong information from some of these clowns. DL, JT, and some of these other guys are great. I don't even consider them red pill, despite the fact that they keep trying to, they're not really red pill guys. And I'm talking to the audience though. DL and I will give you right information. Andrew Tate, well, he'll get you arrested in Romania. That's all I got. I'll see you guys on the other podcast.
That's cool. Then we got my favorite devil dog popped up here. We're gonna give you a quick 30 seconds before we end the show, and that's for brother Marcus here. We're gonna get you up here in a second. Brother Tarus, thanks for coming through. I wanted to highlight this JMBJ. Like, in any case, both the extremes are wrong. Far left versus far right, both are shit. Extreme feminism or extreme probably menism or masculinity, both suck. In literally all cases, the extremes are plain stupid. Fire. I agree with you, brother. Thanks for coming through. All right. What's up, Devil Dog? You get the final word, man. This is it. We got 30 seconds and we got to get out of here. Everybody come join us on What We Know podcast. That's where we're going next. But go ahead, brother. What do you got?
Yeah, man. First of all, shout out to you. Great show. Great panel. Great topic. I just think it's interesting because, right when he was coming back, going into Rumble, getting unbanned from social media, such a coincidence that they want to either spread a false information or rumor. I'm hoping that's what it is. I do believe in innocent until proven guilty, due process. It's important because look at the example of Tory Lanez. I think he's innocent. I don't think he should have been going away. Now he got a son that doesn't have his father for the holidays with him. He's in jail. Did he do a certain mistake where maybe he shouldn't have been out there, but sticking to Andrew Tate? I'm about to have dinner with my girl, but man, it's just weird, man. I hope guys are smarter, learn from, if you got to move in a certain way, but I get it. I don't believe in being politically correct as well. I don't believe that, hey, you should stand 10 toes down on what you believe in, and regardless of what people think, and don't be afraid, don't be afraid of going against the grain. Don't be afraid of not being a sheep and following the yes people, the yes men, the yes, don't be afraid of that. If you got to go against a couple feminists or man feminists, male feminists, whatever, do what you got to do. And don't be afraid. Because what was that? Piers Morgan, when Andrew Tate was on Piers Morgan, man, there were times where Piers Morgan tried him, but Andrew Tate maintained his frame and he stuck to his guns. And I think we need men like that. So I appreciate you, DL Saint. I appreciate you for what you represent, bro. Shout out to you, Army Airborne. Shout out to you for serving the country. Shout out for providing this panel. Shout out for being open-minded as well and being able to listen to both perspectives of any kind, any sort. And you got a brother in arms right here all the time for you.
Hell yeah, my favorite devil dog. This is for you, baby.
Pray! This is my rifle. There are many like it, but this one is mine.
That's what I'm talking about, my favorite devil dog. We're going to have to leave it there, y'all. Come over to What We Know podcast. What We Know podcast. That's JT's podcast. Please come over there. We're going to continue this conversation over there. Thank every one of y'all who popped in here, all the newcomers and people I didn't even know. I hope y'all like what y'all saw. I hope y'all can come back, and we're going to continue this conversation. We're going to talk some more about Red Pill. We're going to get Brother Tarus, we're going to get him up to speed, y'all. We're going to get him squared away. We're going to let him see what it really is. You know what I mean? Are there some bad people in the Red Pill? Yup. Are there some bad people in mainstream media? Yup. Are there some bad people on the right, on the left? Yup. You know what I mean? And we're going to have those conversations, y'all. I rock with y'all. I appreciate y'all. Thank you so much for coming through. I'm DL Saint. This is I Really Want to Know podcast. And yeah, please like, subscribe, share this, y'all. Brother Smee was in the house. We got everybody. We got Australia up in here. We got South Africa in here. We got the North America in here. We got everybody up in here. Thank y'all so much. I'm DL Saint. This is the DL Saint I Really Want to Know podcast. I'll talk to y'all later. Peace.
Darn, that's the end.